The RTX 4070 is not selling well, not at all. And I do hope this serves as a wake-up call for Nvidia, and I hope that starting with the 50 series cards, we can start to see better value across the board. That means GPUs with better rasterization, more VRAM, and most importantly, lower prices. I have no hope for the upcoming 4060 and 4060 Ti. If you're not happy with the 40 series cards as they are, then the 4060 cards will only perform a little bit worse, they will be a little bit cheaper, and most likely only have 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And I've already done an entire video talking about the VRAM issues within our industry and how 8 gigabytes is simply not enough. And so I do encourage you not to buy the 4060 cards if they only have 8 gigabytes of VRAM. You truly do need more, and you should demand more from your GPUs. But now let's talk about the 4070. Why is it not selling well? Well, I mean, the card came out, it's the cheapest 40 series card you can buy. You still get AV1 encoding, you get frame generation, you get all the latest little bells and whistles like that from Nvidia. And again, it is the cheapest 40 series card you can buy. And on top of that, all the reviewers gave it a review of good value. I mean, if you look at Hardware Unbox, you can see that it's topping the charts in terms of price to performance. And so why would the 4070 not be selling well? Well, first of all, how do we know it's not selling well? Well, the reason why we know that is because the card is readily in stock at every major retailer: Amazon, Newegg, Best Buy, my local Micro Center. It's everywhere. So if you want it, you can have it, and you can have it for MSRP. You know, with the 30 series cards, it was usual to see cards sell well above the MSRP. And even with the 4090, when that first came out, it was selling above MSRP because it was just so popular, because it was so powerful. For the people that could afford it, they were spending well above the MSRP. But look at the 4070. It is readily in stock at every major retailer for MSRP. And in addition to all of that, the card has only been out a little over a week now, and they're already talking about lowering the price and bringing it down. I don't know if it's a temporary sales price or if they're straight up talking about lowering the MSRP below $599. Now, we have no idea what Nvidia's long-term strategy is here. We can't control what they decide to do, but the laws of supply and demand are incredibly powerful. And I will tell you this: products do not become cheaper if they're selling off the shelves and if the demand is incredibly high. The only reason why a product would lower its price is so that it can sell better and move off the shelf because the demand is too low. And that is exactly what we're already starting to see only a little over a week after launch for the card. So no, the card is not selling well. But now I want to talk about the crux of the issue. Why is it not selling well? What is the problem here? Well, overall, Nvidia has a bigger issue outside of just one little GPU. It's the essence surrounding the GPU itself and how we got here. It's the entire lineup of the 40 series cards. It's the negative backlash from all the crypto stuff from the 30 series cards. Now, again, going back to the value proposition, if you look at the value, it is a good price to performance given the MSRP, but gamers are not stupid. We know what's happening here. Nvidia has allowed for price creep to come in generation over generation over generation. Now, to be fair, it's not just Nvidia. AMD is doing the same thing, and we've seen this all across the board with our motherboards. And people like JayzTwoCents have done videos talking about motherboards and price creep there. I think Steve from Gamers Nexus briefly talked about it as well. The fact of the matter is, many components within the PC industry have slowly but surely gotten more and more expensive over the years, but the GPUs are by far and large the most expensive component you can put inside of your PC, and so therefore they're the heaviest hitting, and they're the ones that stand out the most. If the 4070 is a good value, why is it not selling well? Well, the reason why is because the 4070 is basically a glorified 6800 XT with less VRAM. Faster VRAM, but still less VRAM, a little bit better ray tracing, and of course frame generation. And basically, we know what's happening here. Nvidia have taken existing technology that is over 2 years old at this point, basically, repackaged it, gave it a new name, a new coat of paint, slapped $599 on it, said, here, we'll give you frame generation, have a good day, buy our stuff. And gamers are saying, no, we want more than that. If I want a 6800 XT in terms of rasterization, in terms of raw gaming horsepower, I would just go buy a 6800 XT. We've all had over 2 years now to go buy a 6800 XT. And so Now, if you wanted a 6800 XT, you could still go buy one from someplace like Newegg, brand new, not used, not open box, not secondhand, but brand new, under $500 with a brand new game on top of that. You want to talk about value? Yeah, but you're losing frame generation. Yeah, but you're losing ray tracing. Let me break down a couple of things for you here. Number one, ray tracing is still something that's incredibly demanding, and unless you have a 4090, you're not really going to be able to just brute force your way through ray tracing without some type of DLSS to begin with, okay? Number two, ray tracing is still one of those things where not every game has it. More and more games are launching with it, absolutely, but not every game has it. And then on top of all of that, sometimes it launches in games and it's completely broken and you have to wait a couple of weeks for it to be patched or fixed, or you have to modify the game files yourself in order to fix it. Hogwarts Legacy is a prime example of that. And on top of that, the 4070 only has 12 gigabytes of VRAM. Do you think you're gonna be rocking high quality textures and ray tracing on top of that with itty bitty little 12 gigabytes of VRAM? No, you're not. No, you're not. So the reality of the situation is, if you go for a 4070, ray tracing should not be a major selling factor for you with that card. But now let me talk about frame generation. Frame generation, also known as DLSS 3, is a great technology. Yes, it is AI generated frames, therefore fake frames. I've called it fake frames in other videos. Many other creators call it fake frames, and it is fake frames. However, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like to the average gamer with a naked eye, you're gonna be able to tell the difference, because I've used it quite extensively, and no, I can't really tell the difference. It definitely feels like an enhanced experience when you turn it on, depending on the game you're using. Obviously, you don't want to use it in every game, and it is definitely a piece of technology that should never be utilized in something like a first-person shooter or any type of esports titles, okay? But for a single-player experience like Hogwarts Legacy or The Last of Us or something like that, sure, fine, why not? With a technology like that, even if it's a good technology, it should never be the main selling point of the product you're buying, because it is nothing more than a software upgrade. And on top of that, you still have many competitors coming into the scene. AMD's working on their own version of frame generation right now called FSR3, and I'm sure Intel is not too far behind both Nvidia and AMD on their own version of it. I mean, look how fast Intel put out XeSS to rival DLSS and FSR. At the end of the day, even though Nvidia right now is the only company that has this type of technology on the market, more companies are working on it, and it's gonna be here on all cards pretty soon in one flavor or another. And again, it shouldn't be the main selling point of the product you're buying, especially at $600. I'm not a fan of a $600 software upgrade personally. That's just me. Maybe you're different. I don't know. But look, I'm not saying nobody ever should buy a 4070. I mean, if you're on a 970, if you're on a 1070 and you like buying the 70 series cards, then sure, fine, why not? The 4070 would be a massive upgrade for you. And let's be honest, at this point, the 30 series cards are over 2 years old. They don't have enough VRAM unless you get a 3090. Yeah, the 4070 in that case, for people with really old GPUs, it would probably make a little bit more sense. Now, I understand if you adjust for inflation, then $600 on a 70 class card when you compare it to the 3070 is actually not all that bad. But a couple of things about that. Number one, look at the CUDA core count. The 4070 has the exact same amount of CUDA cores as the 3070. It is impressive that they were able to get such a performance uplift over the 3070 without actually increasing the CUDA cores, but still, it is still the exact same amount of CUDA cores. This is something we've already had for a couple of years on the market. It's not necessarily something that excites gamers or really makes gamers want to rush out there and buy the new product, because it's not exciting. It's not what gamers want. It's not. And in terms of inflation, let me just put this out there. Everybody's dealing with inflation. Every market is dealing with inflation, and gamers have to live. We're already paying inflated prices on our housing expenses, our food expenses, our gas, and the list goes on and on. If you put out a mediocre product at a bad price, even if it's good value, I'm sorry, we're not going to buy it, and the proof is in the pudding. Gamers are not rushing out to buy this card. They're just not. It's that simple. Oh, and one more thing before I go. I can't believe I didn't mention this sooner, but the only reason why a 4070 even remotely looks like a good value is because all the other cards that have come out before it are a bad value. Nvidia has jacked up the prices so high on all the other cards that when your closest other option for a 40 series card is $200 more, yeah, the 4070 starts to look pretty good. But in any other market, in any other generation prior to this, the 4070 never would have got away with a $599 MSRP. Well, actually, they're not getting away with it because the card is not selling at all. And they're already talking about lowering the price. Maybe gamers won this time around. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you like the video. It goes a long way in helping me out. If you're new, get subscribed. And until next time, E-Rock out.